It was almost midnight when Officer Sarah Miller's radio went silent. The rain had been relentless all evening, painting the city in sheets of silver under the harsh glow of the streetlights. Her patrol car hummed quietly beside an old gas station on the edge of town, the kind of place people passed without looking twice, but where trouble liked to hide. The storm howled, thunder cracked, and Sarah's instincts screamed that something wasn't right. She had pulled over to check a suspicious van reported by a witness, unaware that within minutes her life would change forever. Before we go deeper into this powerful true-to-life story, take a moment to like, comment, share, and subscribe to KindHeartsHub if you believe in kindness, second chances, and the strength of humanity even in the darkest times. The gas station stood lonely at the corner of Highway 47, its flickering sign barely holding on against the wind. Sarah was young, but seasoned, a female cop who had earned her respect through grit, empathy, and courage. She was the kind of officer who still waved at kids on bicycles and helped old folks cross busy streets. But beneath that uniform beat the heart of a woman who had seen too much pain and too much cruelty to take peace for granted. When she stepped out of her cruiser, the rain soaked her uniform instantly, and the night felt heavier than usual, thick with something unseen, something sinister. From behind the gas station, voices broke through the storm, low, threatening murmurs followed by a woman's cry for help. Sarah's pulse quickened. She called it in, but before dispatch could respond, her radio fizzled. Static, nothing else. She grabbed her flashlight and drew her weapon, moving cautiously toward the sound. The beam of light cut through the darkness, illuminating graffiti, covered walls and puddles that shimmered like broken mirrors. Then she saw them, 3 men surrounding a young girl, no older than 16, cornered against the wall. One of the men turned, his face hidden beneath a hood, and sneered when he saw the badge on Sarah's chest. Police stepped back. She shouted, but they didn't. The next moments unfolded in a blur, a shout, a shove, a fist colliding with her jaw. Her weapon flew from her hand and clattered into the mud. She fought back with every ounce of strength she had, but they were bigger, faster, and crueler. A kick to her ribs sent her gasping to the ground. The rain mixed with blood as the men closed in, their laughter echoing in the night like something out of a nightmare. She thought of her little boy asleep at home, of her husband who kissed her goodbye before his night shift at the firehouse. She thought, this can't be the end, not like this. But fate had other plans. A roar split the air, deep, thunderous, mechanical. Motorcycles, not one, but many. The men froze, glancing toward the road. Through the storm came the sound of engines, powerful and unrelenting, like the growl of lions guarding their pride. Headlights pierced the rain, and within seconds 6 massive Harley Davidsons rolled into view, their riders clad in leather, their jackets emblazoned with the familiar insignia, the Hells Angels. For a moment, time seemed to stop. The thugs exchanged nervous glances, uncertain. Everyone had heard the stories. The Angels were a force no one wanted to cross. They weren't saints, but they lived by a code: loyalty, brotherhood, and justice in their own fierce way. The leader, a towering man with gray in his beard and eyes that burned like steel, dismounted first. He didn't say a word. He just looked at the woman on the ground, a police officer, bloodied, battered, trying to get up, and then at the men who'd done it. What followed was not chaos, but cold, precise retribution. Within seconds, the attackers were on the ground, their bravado erased by the sheer presence of the Angels. No weapons were drawn. No one had to. The look in those bikers' eyes said enough. Sarah, dazed but conscious, tried to reach for her radio again, but the leader gently stopped her. He took off his jacket and draped it over her shoulders, his rough voice breaking through the storm. "You're safe now, officer. We've got you." The words didn't sound threatening or smug, they sounded human. They stayed with her until the sirens came. When backup arrived, the attackers were already detained, the young girl was safe, and the Angels had vanished into the night, leaving only the sound of engines fading down the highway. All that remained was the jacket around Sarah's shoulders, black leather with the red and white insignia stitched on the back, the symbol of men who were never known for kindness, yet had shown it when no one else did. In the days that followed, the story spread like wildfire. News outlets twisted it, painting it as strange and controversial, a cop saved by an outlaw motorcycle gang. But for Sarah, it wasn't about the headlines. It was about something deeper. She couldn't stop thinking about the leader's eyes, the quiet respect in his gesture, and the way fate had blurred the lines between hero and villain. Weeks later, she tracked down their chapter's headquarters, a dimly lit bar off Route 9. She didn't go there as a cop, but as a human being who needed to say thank you. When she walked in, the room fell silent. The same man stood behind the counter, his beard a little longer, his expression unreadable. She told him everything, how his act of compassion had changed the way she saw people, how it reminded her that good can live in unexpected places. He just nodded, a faint smile tugging at his lips. "Not everyone with a badge is bad," he said, "and not everyone without one is lost." Those words stayed with her forever. That night, as she drove home, the city lights blurred through her windshield. She realized that kindness didn't always wear a halo. Sometimes it wore leather and rode a Harley. Sometimes redemption roared louder than hate. Months passed, and Sarah healed not just her bruises, but something deeper inside. She started a community outreach program to bridge the gap between law enforcement and the biker community. Against all odds, it worked. The Hells Angels helped organize charity rides for abused children, raised money for shelters, and showed up at memorials for fallen officers. The town began to see what Sarah saw that night, that humanity still existed in the most unexpected corners. And every year, on the anniversary of that stormy night, Sarah visited that same gas station. She'd leave a single white rose by the fence, a quiet thank you to the men who did the unthinkable. So, if this story touched your heart, please like, share, and subscribe to KindHeartsHub, a place where stories of real courage, kindness, and redemption remind us that the world still has hope. And if you believe that even the toughest hearts can show compassion, drop a in the comments below. Because sometimes the most powerful acts of kindness come from where we least expect them, and that's what makes them truly unforgettable. Special request to comment. Tell us in the comments what kindness means to you, and whether you believe everyone deserves a second chance.